My name is Bradley G Munkowitz. I'm a director and designer from California.
I'm exercising the brain. It's personal work. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no goals. I'll talk about goals later, but I have no goals. I don't know what I'm doing.
For me, I just never want to do the same thing. I always want to add something new to it every time.
If you keep on failing, but you never lose that enthusiasm, you're essentially, it's this.
We undeniable.
This,
Is anybody home?
I find inspiration in technology for sure, because the software always gets better, but I'm more inspired by natural phenomena. I'm inspired by landscapes, by math. I'm inspired by patterns, how things grow. Inspired by architecture, photography, design, the kinetic art of late 1960s. Yeah.
It's important to know why you create and to find those things that work for you that get you to make things. It's all about making things. Okay, reference. Here we go. Reference is your most valuable asset for creative output. Consume and catalog everything that resonates with inspiration. Authenticity is invaluable, originality is non-existent, and don't bother concealing your thievery. Celebrate it if you feel like it. In any case, always remember what Jean-Luc Godard said, it's not where you take things from, it's where you take them to.
Yeah, I think there's so much inspiration out there, and I think it's important to kind of change what you're doing.
I wanted to projection map a sculpture. I wanted to projection map a piece of art and hang it in a gallery show that we had. So here we are. We CNC mill out of styrofoam, really dense foam, this beautiful design about polarity and currents and magnetic currents.
I live for diversity. I don't necessarily want to spend 20 years mastering one thing. I would rather spend 20 years mastering 10 things. It's more satisfying in a lot of ways to make yourself uncomfortable and conquer those situations.
The thing that I love about experiential work is you get to watch people interacting with it.
Doing motion design for concerts where the screen is 50 feet wide, that's pretty fun.
We build this 15 feet tall, 60,000 LEDs. You can see through it to the lights on the inside, but it's reflecting the environment around it. During the day, it's kind of blue and it's all reflecting the sky, but at night, you start to get purple and orange and yellow. Los Angeles got a nice sunset. The thing I love the most about it is just kind of getting lost in light. It's a mirrored thing. This is a $1.5 million project. This is a $5,000 project. So I love this. This is my thing, is the big and the teeny tiny. And sometimes the teeny tiny is way cooler than the big. I assigned 8 artists to manage one of the speakers. So here we are, Anton and Irene. We do a little vacuum form, put some acrylic type in this beautiful vacuum form, film it, sucking in. Yuko Shimizu's an illustrator. So we did knit type. Kirsten did the knit type. We did a mobile for Lobaloo, little glue gun. Digital Kitchen's acrylic type with a TV underneath, shining through, playing patterns. Mr. White, the legend, James White, magnets to kind of repel. We threw a 3D printed pyramid over a little cymatic wave pool. Sugwen is a talented installation artist. We made her a Love Hotel. Coco Labs projection company. We did a projection forest. Here you go. And then this fucking guy Gmunk was one of the speakers.
I always try to go maximalist in the graphic design that I do because it's more fun for me. I think the minimal thing for me, and just for me, is not. It doesn't have to be usable.
Make a wish.
It has to be fantastic because it's fantasy.
Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination.
There's a few projects during my career that really make my heart sing, and Tron was one of them, and Box was another one.
Kaczynski directing a feature film called Tron Legacy. We build a little team of 5, a little SEAL Team 5, and we go into the back end and we make 12 minutes of holographic content. Here you go. You get the idea. All right, so that's 12 minutes of holographic content. So then after that, I work on Joeblivion. Joeblivion's another feature film that Joe's doing. Bring me in for another 7-8 months. We make user interfaces for a beautiful, beautiful feature film called Joeblivion. So here we go.
You know, we have this giant light table, and there has to be certain things. There has to be a little communication mode that she can, communicate with the mothership. There needs to be drag and drop map, be able to manipulate map for the bubble ship. The interface had to be realistic enough.
And then we realized, oh shit, it's blocking Tommy Cruise's face. We gotta simplify it. So there you go, here's a simple one. I'm feeling a little bored of this UI kind of hologram tech world. I said, okay, I need to do something different, because I'm bored.
Once I kind of became bored of that, I said, you know what, I'm gonna push this aside and I'm gonna start over. And I'm gonna try to do experiential design. So I'm gonna start doing LED installations, projection mapping, robotics, that.
Box is about the principles of magic.
We figured out how to projection map on moving objects using these giant robots and these giant screens, and I saw it for the first time, and I was just like, holy shit.
Here's a shaded mode, and then an inverted mode. So this is all about self-illumination. Light is inside the box, and whenever the graphics are, they light the inside of the box. So it's two different little aesthetics that we could play with. The second canvas starts to levitate, and then the spheres in the first canvas start to levitate as a result of the second one. They do this little vacuum. Here's the vacuum. This intersection, taking two canvases, put them together, kind of create a hinge system. What happens in the middle here? I wanted to do, extrusions in, extrusions out, but then also wanted to kind of play with this cat's cradle idea, which is this. It's teleportation. We start off with a simple pyramid, and we toss it around the two robots, and we're doing all this teleportation, and as it evolves, it turns into a dodecahedron, which then becomes a light source. The fifth one is escape or salvation, where we kind of have this kind of diamond hourglass shape there, and it abducts our character.
It was so fun to dive into that and to collaborate with all those people and make such a special piece. It was an art piece. It wasn't, it was a tech demo, but it was an art piece. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna try to be a commercial director, and then I was doing that now, and it's incredibly hard to start over, but it's actually the most inspiring thing is being a beginner at something.
Strive to constantly reinvent yourself. And I think, from what I was talking about doing Tron, to Oblivion, to collaboration, to all the different things, I think that's the one thing that I need to do to stay inspired. If I just did motion graphics or just UI work, I would lose that sense of burning desire. I would lose that sense of excitement, if I just did the same thing. So for me, through collaboration, I've made uncomfortable constantly. And here's a weird psychological bit.
When you have that kind of impact on somebody, it makes for successful, pieces of art. That's what art is, it's a reaction.